Hello, everybody. Looks like the gauge says it's empty. Let's take a walk into the kitchen and see what's in the fridge today, guys. Hey, everybody. Thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Today's beer comes from Clown Shoes. This is Josh, the Revelator. From what I'm seeing here, they've done a couple different versions of this beer, and it is a Texas-only release. That blows my mind. These guys are in Massachusetts, and they're sending beers to Texas for Texas-only release. What's up with that, guys? What in the hell is up with that? Why would you be in Massachusetts and sending beers for a Texas-only release? That is a long way to go for a Texas-only release. Are you doing it with other states? Or is somebody from Clown Shoes from Texas and thinking Texas needs to have their beers exclusively? I don't understand that. What the is up with that? I don't understand that. But Brandon sent this to me. He gets a lot of Clown Shoes beers down there in Texas. I get some here, but he gets more than I do, and I'm a lot closer to Massachusetts than he is, so I don't understand the distribution on these beers from these guys. So I don't have anything else to say. It just blows my mind that they're shipping a bunch of Texas exclusive beers from Massachusetts. It just doesn't make any sense to me, guys. Maybe they think the Texas people are, I don't know. I don't have any idea why you would have a brewery in Massachusetts sending beers to Texas exclusively. I don't understand that philosophy at all. At all. So, Brandon, thanks for sending it to me. Not seen this one, not had this one. And according to what Beer Advocate says, it's a retired beer, brewed once. And they're saying it was done in 2015, October of 2015. This one clearly has bottled on April 22nd of 2016. So maybe they did another edition. I don't have any idea. I don't have the information to give you anything more than what I just said. So we'll see what this brings. 10.2% alcohol on this beer. Got the ABV on it. It's got the bottled on date on it. Doesn't have the IBUs. I do not have that listed here anywhere. So, big beer, double, or Imperial IPA. So, drink it fresh if you can get your hands on it. And like I said, you probably have to be in Texas to get your hands on it. Don't understand that, guys. Commercial description says Josh Revelator will be available in Texas only, October 2015. Well, this has got an April 2016 date on it, so maybe they did it again. We feel this label, which depicts Josh Baggett shredding a bridge, building guitar in space as he pedals a pin training wheeled bicycle while baby unicorns are born in his wake. Fairly represents Josh's rigorous path promoting craft beer to Texas. Josh, we love you, man. Dry hop with Mosaic, Galaxy, and Ella hops. Heard of Mosaic and Galaxy, but not Ella. I don't think I've had anything with Ella hops in it. There are so many different varieties of hops being produced now, guys. Seems like every other month there's a new hop coming out, and I'm going, not had this one before. So let's see what this brings to the table. Food pairings for this beer: cuisines, barbecue, cheeses are peppery, Monterey pepper jack, sharp blue cheddar, your stronger cheeses, and the meat is game grilled meat and salmon, snifter, tulip, oversized wine glass, and the beer can be set up for a long period on the proper conditions, which I would not do. They're just saying that because it's a 10.2%er. Don't settle your IPAs or double IPAs, guys. Drink as fresh as you can get your hands on it. Like I said, this was done in April, and we're at the end of May. I'm reviewing this on the 24th of May, so it's just a tad over a month old, so it should be fairly tasty. All right, nothing else to talk about, so let's stop talking and start pouring. Nice little hiss, not massive. 22-ounce bomber too. Let's stand it up here and get a little bit of head generated on the back end. Alright, about a finger of head on that pour. Kind of a deep amber color, kind of cloudy in the big bulb part here, kind of clearer down here on the thin part. Very orangey tangerine in color, but I cannot see the bulb through there. So it's kind of cloudy, maybe an unfiltered beer from them. Let's get a nose on it. Oh. The hops are not standing out on this, guys, to be as fresh as it is. It's more caramel, toffee, molasses, rich sweet malts. To me, the smell is like a barley wine. Not getting a massive hop presence on this, guys, especially for a beer that was done in April of 2016 and to be a double IPA. Definitely not on the West Coast style. Maybe, like I said, with the hops they've used, with the Mosaic, Galaxy, and Ella, maybe they're a little more subdued. Mosaic's pretty tasty hop, but the Galaxy I've had, and the Mosaic I've had, but the Ella I have not had. Maybe that's more in the Saaz, European style, Tettadang, Kent Goldings. Maybe more floral and herbal than piney, grapefruity. Well, let's get a taste down the old guzzle and see what we got. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Brandon. This is definitely not in the West Coast style, guys. I'm going to tell you that straight up. This is more of a subdued double IPA. More of an East Coast style or even a European style. And the malt is a little heavier than I think it should be for the beer that's barely over a month old and to be a double IPA. If they were going for the English style, they should say that on the label. English style, Imperial, or double IPA. This is what it's reminding me of. It's more malty than hoppy. Definitely got the floral herbal hops going on in this one. If it had been bottled in October, I could see why it would be more malty now. But being done according to what is on the bottle, and let's say dated some older bottles, it should have a little more hop presence. I'm not saying that's bad. That may be what they were after on this one. They are doing so many different styles and different varieties of their beers now, as opposed when they first come out they were doing 5, 6, 7, maybe 8 different beers. Now they're doing 30, 40 different beers. So they're evidently they ramped up production and being able to do a lot of different styles and stuff, and you got to have a place to ferment all this stuff. So evidently they've increased or expanded the size of the brewery to be able to produce a lot of these different styles of beers now. So it's decent. It definitely is a decent beer, but not typical when I see Clown Shoes Imperial Double IPA. To me, guys, like I said, it's more of a East Coast / European style hop. Not that big up in your face pineapple, grapefruit, piney taste. If you're expecting a West Coast style in this beer, you would be disappointed. To me, it's more of a European style, a more subdued hop, more of a floral herbal hop, and a nice rich caramelly toffee, malty sweetness on the backbone of this. Very easy drinking for 10.2% though. Very well made. Very easy drinking for 10.2%. But to me, it's more of an English style IPA or double IPA, or English slash East Coast style. The East Coast style beers are not super piney, grapefruity. Now a lot of them are getting better at that. A lot of the beers coming out of New England and some of the northern states, Northern Virginia, are producing a lot of really West Coast style beers. And they're not calling them West Coast style, they're just hopping the shit out of them is what they're doing. But they are pretty tasty. And a lot of them are like Treehouse, and some of the other ones are unfiltering the beers. They're putting that straight into the bottles. It's kind of cloudy, very pulpy, looks like orange juice in the glass. It's so cloudy and so orangey. So, but this one's pretty tasty. So it's right out of the fridge. Let me take it out. She's out on the deck and smoking a cigar. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go out there and join her. Let her taste this one and see what she thinks of this. And I'm gonna sip on it for a little while and finish up a cigar that I was smoking earlier and see where this one ends up here in about 35-45 minutes. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sipping on this about 45 minutes or so. Now that's warmed up to room temperature. I'm getting a little dankness on the beer. The hops are still a little subdued, but I am getting a little bit of pininess in there now. More caramelly, rich caramelly malt. Hints of some dark fruit in there, which is unusual for a double IPA, but I think a lot of that has to do with the malt that's used in this and the richness of the malt. More herbal, floral. There's a little spiciness in there. Very easy drinking. Wow, for a 10.2%, the alcohol is so well hidden. You could get into trouble drinking this out of the brew pub or a bar or something like that. Very well hidden, very well made. But still, to me, with the floral herbal notes and what I'm getting on the taste of the beer, even now that it's warmed up to room temperature, it's more of the East Coast slash English style to me than a West Coast style. I'm not getting that big piney, grapefruity, pineapple-y taste on this beer. But there are some tropical fruit notes in there. And there's a lot of the rich caramelly malts blending in with that. So it's fairly well balanced for the style of beer that it is. It's just not a big West Coast style to me, guys. So let's do the final chug on this one. Very pleasant. Very, very pleasant, guys. To me, it's just not in the West Coast style. Of course, they're in Massachusetts, so it's going to be like more of an East Coast style since they're in Massachusetts. But shipping it to Texas exclusively, and where a lot of California or West Coast style beers are available in Texas, I don't know where they're trying to go with this beer. It is well made. I will say that right off the top. It is a well made beer. Nice balance between the hops and the malt. But it is a little bit malt forward to me. Just my opinion than what I've been drinking lately. But it's so well made. It is very pleasant to drink. Very easy drinking for 10.2%. It's just not got that big up-in-your-face hop profile. To me, guys, I think it's an A beer, but I'm gonna give it to 8 in the style. It is well made. Got the bottled on date on it, which conflicts with what I'm getting from the information that I'm reading. What I've read is it was done in October, and this has got an April 2016 instead of October 2015 date on it. So maybe they redid it and shipped it to Texas. So I'm not sure, guys. I really don't know. Not seen this beer here in Virginia, and there's a reason, because this went to Texas only. So with that being said, if you had this one from Clown Shoes, Josh the Revelator, let me know what you think about this beer. I do think it's an A beer, but it's on the bottom of the scale. If I was putting, like I said, I gave it an 8. If I was putting a numeric rating on this, it'd probably be a 91 or a 92. Somewhere in that area. Probably a 92 with a date on the bottle. So, over to Rate Beer, they have no scores. And over to, Beer Advocate, and over to Rate Beer, they have no scores either. So, very limited edition on this beer, being sent to Texas only, and not a lot of people from Texas has actually commented or reviewed. We've got we've got 2 people that have commented on it on Beer Advocate, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We've got 8 on Rate Beer, and most of them are 3, 4s, 3s, and 4s. So there's no 5s or anything like that. So when with the 4s being there, there's a lot of people that like this beer. I liked it too. I do. It was very well balanced. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Very tasty. Was not expecting the heavy malt on this one as opposed to the hops, but being an East Coast style or / English style, I can see where they were going with this. I think they should put that on the label, that it was more of a English style double IPA than. I think they should put that on the label, more of an English style, because that's what I'm getting out of it. It's more of an English style, but at 10.2%, not a lot of English beers have that big of an ABV, and that's typical of the American brewers. They like to be bigger, bolder, and all that kind of stuff. So very tasty. I enjoyed it. So Brandon, thanks again, my brother, for sending it to me. And if you've had this one from them, this is their Josh Revelator. Let me know what you think. Come on back tomorrow. Let's take something tasty out of the fridge. See you then.